Have you ever studied a Japanese word? You felt confident, you feel like you remember everything, and then the next day, it's just gone. I know it's really frustrating. But here's the things. It's not your fault. Your brain is actually wired to clear out information it thinks you don't need. But what if I said there is a 3 simple technique to fix this one? The 3 techniques that you actually can remember the vocabularies. So by the end of this video, you will know exactly why you keep forgetting and how to fix the problem. And trust me, it's simpler than you think. Anyway, my name is Sasuke. I'm a native Japanese speaker and a Japanese teacher. Let's get started. So here's something researchers actually discovered a long time ago. Right after you learn something new, your brain starts forgetting it almost immediately. And within a day, a huge chunk of it is already gone unless you do something to stop it. And this is called forgetting curve. And it's happened to everyone, in every languages, for every subject. It's not the Japanese problem. It's actually the brain problem. But there is a good news. There are 3 specific things you can do to fight it. So let's go through each one. The first reason words don't stick is simple. Most people study the wrong way. And people or you maybe study like this. Reading a vocabulary list over and over or just staring at the flashcard and you feel productive. And your brain goes, oh yeah, I recognize that. But recognizing a word and actually being able to produce it are 2 completely different skills. So think about it this way. Recognizing a word is like seeing a friend face in crowd. Producing a word is like remembering their name or phone number from your memory. And those use a different parts of your brain. So your question is, how do you fix this? And one technique called active recall. And it's actually really simple. Instead of looking at the Japanese word and reading the English meaning right after, look at the English word first and try to produce the Japanese before you check the answer. And even if you get it wrong, that's okay. That struggle, that moment of your brain reaching for the word, that's actually what built the memory. It feels really hard at the moment, but to be honest, it works far better than just reading the same list over and over. Also, I'm doing a free newsletter to help you guys to actually speak Japanese. So if you are interested, there's a link in the description. So please check it out. The second reason why the words disappear is the way you review them. A lot of learners cram. They will repeat the word 10 times in one sitting, feel like they got it, and move on. But the forgetting curve doesn't care how many times you saw something today. It's reset almost immediately no matter what, next day. And one technique is something called spaced repetition. So instead of reviewing a word a bunch of times in one sitting, you review it right before you are about to forget it. Like 1 day later, 3 days later, 7 days later, 2 weeks later, and 1 month later. And this is why it works. Every time you successfully recall the word right at the edge of forgetting it, your brain treats the word as more important and hold on to it a little longer next time. If you keep doing this, instead of your brain think, I will forget this word by tomorrow, your brain actually starts thinking, I will remember this word for years. This is exactly what apps like Anki are built to do. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Anki, but basically they track when you are about to forget a specific word and show it to you right at the moment. You actually do not need to calculate the timing yourself. The app actually handles it. So only your job is actually showing up and review it. The third reason why the word don't stick is that most people only learn a word one way, and usually just by staring it. And the word learned only one way or one sense has exactly one hook in your brain holding onto it. But if you say the word out loud, write it by the hand and connect it to the picture or memory, so basically you learn words with a multiple sense. Not only eye, but also you read it, voice, you hear it, and you write it down so you can use your touch too. Now that the same word has 3 or 4 hooks, hold on to it instead of 1. And as you know, the multiple hooks are stronger than the just one hook. So here is how to actually use it. When you learn the new word, do not just look at it. Instead of that, I want you to say it out loud. Write it by hand, even just a few times. And if you can connect it to something real, like a food you actually ate while you were studying, or a place you study, or something like that one. It's gonna help you to build a strong memory. The more senses you involve, the more paths your brain has back to that word later. And let me show you one thing. So Japanese students memorizing over 2000 kanji characters growing up, and most of us remember them for life. I feel like I never forget the important kanji that I learned when I was a kid. It's not because like Japanese kids have a special brain. It's actually the way they learn kanji follow exactly the 3 technique that I just talked about. The first, kids write the kanji over and over by hand. And yes, I do the same things. I literally write down the 100th kanji every day, 5 days a week. And they get the quizzes constantly by teacher and on test. And that's the active recall. And sometimes we review it like 1 day later, sometimes 1 month later or 3 months later. And that's a spaced repetition. And nobody explaining it as the science of memory. And it's just how school naturally works. But you can actually build the same system for yourself. So let's bring it all together and ask yourself which one you are missing. If you forget the word within a couple days, you need the active recall. Test yourself before you check the answer. And if you forget the word again a week or 2 weeks later, you need a spaced repetition. Review right before you would forget with growing gaps in between. And if you feel like the word just really never stick at all, you need multiple senses. Say it, write it, connect it to something real. Next time if you feel like your memory is broken, it's actually not. You just haven't been using it the way it's actually built to work. I want you to try the 3 techniques. Even 1 technique is okay. And if you do it in long period of time, I'm pretty sure the word will stick at some point. Anyway, I'm the guy yaps about anything about Japanese languages or Japanese culture. So if you like it, please subscribe and see you on the next week.